First video, we went through the build-out stage, getting out from our goalkeeper with the intention of having the ball either at the feet of number 3, at the feet of number 6, or at the feet of number 2, advancing into the attacking half. The reason we did this was by getting to this point deliberately, we can now stage our next level of attack, which will put us in a better position if we just struck the ball out from our goalkeeper. So we took the time to actually build out our patterns from our goalkeeper through our 4 and our 5 to ultimately get to the ball to the 3, the 6 or the 2, facing forward and now carrying it into the attacking half. So now we'll go through some movements, some patterns in the 2-3-2-1 formation, going from the halfway line going to goal. So the first thing I want to talk about is the midfield triangle, and that's the positioning of the 8 and the 10. Now historically, in 8v8 soccer, these players would have been, the 8 would have been the 11, the left forward, probably being told to stay high, wide and left-hand side, more of a winger. And the number 10 would have been the number 7, the right winger. We're different than that. We want our 8 and our 10 thinking themselves as attacking midfielders and actually allowing the width to come from our 3 and our 2. So our width will come from our wing backs, our 3 and our 2, and we really want our 8 and our 10 thinking in terms of attacking midfielders. And we're looking for them to attack those spaces there, the space in the lines between the opposition midfield and the defence, and looking for combinations in the final third more central than out on the wings. When we look at our midfield triangle, what's really important is to actually stagger the triangle. So we want 3 lines within our midfield. What we don't want is what we're trying to avoid is our 6, 8 and 10 all being flat. So you'll see here that although we are a midfield triangle, we also have 3 lines where our 6 and our 8 and our 10 are staggered. If we stagger it the other way, you see we can always have the 10 come off a little bit, the 8 go higher, and again we're just staggering that triangle ever so much. The 8 and the 10 still want to have a level of width to their game, they're not central, but again they're definitely leaving the outside flank free for the 3 and the 5. Now the initial movement of the 8 and 10, although we don't want to be on the wing, we are looking for width, and that is to try and create the passing lanes for our 6 to play down the side of their midfield pair. So if we were central, we may not be as open to receive a pass. We do want to pull out outside the width of the goal, outside the width of the 6-yard box, and create that passing lane down the inside channel, outside of the central channel. And again, the 8 receiving it on the outside of the midfield triangle, the 10 receiving it on the outside of the midfield triangle. And one of the reasons we do this is that every one of our moves creates a counter move from the opposition. So as we have those passing lanes available, the more that the opposition defence follows, or the more that the opposition midfielder follow us, the more we then have another passing option created into our 9. So our midfield triangle, that little movement out to create a wider triangle, if marked, would offer us the split down the middle. If not marked, would give us the passings down the side of the triangle. Also, based on where we are, this initial movement here, so based on our starting point there, that initial movement out, again, may create a counter movement where the blue midfielder follows us. If the blue midfielder actually follows us into that space, then all of a sudden we might be able to check back. So all we're doing here is starting out more central, but then checking out into the space. If the opposition follows us, then all of a sudden checking back into the space and collecting the ball in the attacking midfield. Third, now we're going to goal. So a little bit on our midfield triangle work there. Once we're going to goal, we're looking at dribbling, final third, dribbling and creativity, where now we might look to take the space. Number 9 vacates the space, and all of a sudden we're playing 2v1 against the middle defender, where he can come to the ball. If he comes towards the ball, maybe release number 9 in on goal. The more he stays with number 9, the more willing I am to go take my shot myself. If we do spread out and if the midfield follow us and we play that ball into the number 9, we're certainly looking for attacking midfielders to make chaos in this area. Again, we want our 8 and our 10 coming in to work alongside our 9. We're looking to create chaos just in front of the opposition penalty area. Come in, look for intricate combinations, more central as opposed to attacking down the sideline. So if I see that there where we play into our 9, our 8 comes in to join. If the outside back now comes in to read that, then our 3 is also already recognised that we are reliant upon him for the movement down the side. And in this case, as the 8 came in, and let's go back, as the 8 came in, the outside back followed, the 3 goes in on the overlap. So the 8 comes in, the outside back follows, 9 plays the overlapper, and we see number 3 would then go in and deliver across. If I bring it back to our 6 and we come out, now I'll show the side where that was a central pattern starting with our 6. Won't always come out from our 6. There's a very good chance we may also come out from our 3 or our 2. If we come out on the side, what's important here is as an 8 and a 10, although your starting point is central, you are allowed to make that run out into the channel. So for example, if number 3 is carrying the ball out and has got free space to run into, I'd expect my number 8 to actually arc their run out onto the sideline. What will happen is then their outside right back's got a decision. If he stays with the runner, number 8, number 3 keeps on going through to goal. If he steps to number 3, we'd release number 8. So by arcing it, we're now making the right back make a decision. If he takes away the runner, I'm now going to keep on carrying it on the dribble. If he comes to take away the dribbler, I'd look to release number 8 on the sideline. And again, we're carrying into the penalty area in a crossing position. If I reset that and now look at the 2, so again, coming forward from the 2 position, it'd be the same thing. As soon as I start to carry into space, I'd expect the number 10 to vacate that space, get around the outside, making their left back make a decision. If he comes towards me, I'd then be releasing the overlap. And now we see number 10's got the ball, and this one we're going to go through to goal. So now number 10's got the ball, they're retreating. Number 9 and number 8 are attacking the cross. The defenders are retreating. The more number 10 gets towards the goal line, the more important it is that the ball gets cut back. So we'll see number 10 attacking the goal line, we'll see them defending. But instead of crushing it out here to the near post, we always cut the ball back from the goal line, and here number 9 follows in. So in this second video, we went through attacking from the 6, looking at the midfield triangle, looking at the width the midfield triangle would give us, looking at a ball into 9 and creating the combinations in that final third between our 9 and our attacking midfielders, and the width coming from our 3 and our 2. In the next video, we're going to go through defending in a 2-3-2-1 formation.